Fuck JC.
What's up, niggas? Hey, yo, I know you ain't talking about me, dog. You? What?
Fuck JC.
You been on my dick, nigga. You love my style, nigga.
Fuck JC.
Fuck with your soul like ether.
Well.
Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly.
Lose.
I prove you lost already.
Brace
yourself for the main event. Y'all impatiently waiting. It's like an AIDS test. What's the results? Not positive. Who's the best? Pac, Nas, and Big. Ain't no best. East, west, north, south, floor style greetings. I embrace y'all with napalm. Blows up. No guts. Left chest, face gone.
Two, three, four. Season 5. Fuck JC.
What's up, niggas? Hey, yo, I know you ain't talking about me, dog. You? What?
Fuck JC.
You been on my dick, nigga. You love my style, nigga.
Fuck JC.
Fuck with your soul like ether.
Well.
Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly.
Lose.
I prove you lost already.
Brace
yourself for the main event. Y'all impatiently waiting. It's like an AIDS test. What's the results? Not positive. Who's the best? Pac, Nas, and Big. Ain't no best. East, west, north, south, floor style greetings. I embrace y'all with napalm. Blows up. No guts. Left chest, face gone.
Two, three, four. Season 5.
Ain't tryna fuss, but it's a must, you gon' respect this. Plus your nuts will touch the dust, you tryna check this. You ain't insane, I write your name down on my checklist. You think I'm playing, I leave you laying, I leave you breathless. I'm not a heathen, please believe I'm breathing for a reason. Until I'm bleeding, really feeling this world is so misleading. Sacrifice your life at night while facing certain sorrow. Your existence is at stake, you might not make tomorrow. Lost my heart when I was crossed, don't wanna make amends. Much too smart, my afterthought, don't wanna make no friends. If you're a fraud, then it's so hard to get a second chance. You could die in front of my eyes, won't get a second glance. As human beings, instead of being so many try to be. You ain't seen what I have seen in my society. So F the killers, F the dealers, F the police. Middle finger in the sky till I died, no peace. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. If you gon' tease me, better please me, cause I just can't take it. I'm not a rapist, but I whip you, then I strip you naked. There is no mercy for your gender, bend you over quickly. Keep my name on your brain, bet you won't forget me. You don't love me, I don't love you, you just no affection. You get no passion from assassin, only an erection. When I was broke, I had no hope, I didn't have a chance. You get no money from me, no kissing, no hugging, and no romance. I told you once, I told you twice, but seems you didn't listen. Won't be a victim to your constant lies and contradiction. Now to you rappers and you yappers with your punchlines. The game is almost over, now it's crunch time. Said you were sick of me, your medicine was dissing me. Should've checked the side effects and had you missing, see. I choked your throat for what you wrote, you are not a singer. You don't get the thumbs up, you get the middle finger. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. I can't seem to hide all the pain I feel inside. The way I'm living life is kinda like I already died. Forgive my sins in the past, the future, and the present. F the liars in the choir, oh yeah, F the reverend. Told you I ain't giving up until they bury me. Ain't sissy strong enough to even carry me. All the liars dying in the fire in the end. In this world we're so divided over dividends. Spend the last of your stash collecting fate. Bet your cash turn to ash in that collection plate. I'm not religious, but they fill us with this nonsense. If they could, then they would kill us with no conscience. I ain't preaching, I'm just teaching, reaching for your soul. I ain't nothing like the deacon, I'm speaking what I know. Only God knows the truth, I just wait and see. With my middle finger up, waiting patiently. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger up at all times, I ain't lying. Middle finger up at all times, I ain't lying. Middle finger up at all times, I ain't lying. Middle finger up at all times, I ain't lying. Middle finger to you and you and you and you and you, yeah. Middle finger to you and you and you and you and you, yeah. Middle finger to you and you and you and you and you, yeah. Middle finger to you and you and you and you and you, yeah.
Yeah. We're back with another episode of the Straight Talk Sessions, live on the Arena Uncensored with your host, Mr. Straight Talk himself, aka the troublemaker, aka the shit starter. If y'all can hear me, just let me know real quick. Just give me a thumbs up. I don't know you can hear me or not. I'm still trying to navigate my way through this this StreamYard thing. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link soon, but hold up. Because you know, on the arena, we getting so big as a platform, so you know, you gotta kind of fight for real estate. And I was supposed to do this show tomorrow night, but you know, things happened. I ended up coming home early, so I said, let me do it today. That way I could, you know, spend more time with the family tomorrow. All right, Bencat says he can hear me. That's good. So y'all know how these things go. It's going to be an open forum, so anybody could come on. We could talk about what we want. Do keep in mind that some of these clips will probably be put in one of my podcasts at a future date. So just keep that in mind. I mean, I don't think any of you really should care because you're on YouTube, which is an open forum, but I do have to let you know that just ahead of time, just in case you're strolling through Google Play or something and you're like, oh shit, there's Trevor's show, and then you hear your voice. So I let you know ahead of time. So normally in these sessions, before I drop the link and let the panelists come on, I like to get some shit out of the way first, like to clear the air on some things. It's not going to be a real long show. Probably about an hour and a half at the most, because Black Sun has another show scheduled at 6. So I want to give us, you know, give you guys a break in between. But I do think the air needs to be cleared on certain things because it's becoming customary on the arena to, let's pick on Trevor. And first of all, I got to say, I'm honored that you guys throw so many jabs at me. It's all good because I know I'm the new jack on the scene. And I said it once and I'll say it again. The reason why I came to the arena was to learn from Black Sun and Yanga. You know what I mean? Because I saw them as two intelligent brothers. So I guess they're just kind of nephewing me, like Yanga likes to say, or they're sonning me, you know. But it's all good though. You know, I'm a big boy. I could take it. I'm just saying, just do it when you know I could jump on the panel, because you know when I'm at work I can't jump on the panel. But you know, so just to clear a couple things up, and I'm gonna drop the link soon. We're gonna open this up. First thing, let me deal with MD first. Let me deal with El Presidente first. So Monday night on Champions Corner, me and MD had a tremendous conversation, which actually I'm gonna make 2 shows out of that conversation because it was just so good. We had 2 separate conversations, one on colorism, basically, and one on immigration. So I think more so our immigration one was the better of the 2 because it was a topic that nobody likes to talk about. So you had two sets of America here. You have Black America and you have immigrant America. And for whatever reason, and MD isn't the first person I've heard talk about this. MD's just kind of the loudest with it. I used to work with a guy that used to always talk about it. As a matter of fact, I worked with a guy one time who told me to go back to my country because what good do we serve here? Meanwhile, he was the felon. I mean, but that's what we deal with. So I don't serve a purpose here. You know, I'm working paying taxes, but he's a felon, you know, so, you know, whatever. So you have Black America and you have immigrant America. And I think those two groups, I think more so Black America wars more with immigrant America, because just like I told MD, I think that instead of them focusing the problem, focusing their anger towards the person that's really oppressing them, they feel like they should focus their anger on the person that looks like them, that they think is getting better, you know, better treatment. But you know, that's not here or there. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. But MD will be on, I'm pretty sure. Me and MD, there's going to be a forever clash between us two. So the second thing I wanted to talk about was the whole Ron DeSantis thing. So let me get this. Let me clear this out. And I said, and this is gonna be the last time I say this. When I got registered to vote in 1998, you know, they come out to your school. I don't know how they still do. I don't know how they do it now. But at that time, they came out to your school and you fill out the form and everything. And so in school, they didn't really teach us, you know, what the difference between a Republican and Democrat was. I didn't really know. So I'm like looking at the lady. I'm like, hey, what's going on here? Because everybody's just looking lost. And then she told me, she was like, well, you're Black, so you probably should be Democrat. So what the hell do you think I did? Okay, I hit Democrat, and I've been registered Democrat ever since I was 18, 42 now. Here's the issue. I just, in the past 2 years, started opening my eyes to so I was one of the guys that just went along with anything. Like, if it's Democrat, it's right. You know what I mean? Hey, we got a Black president, blah, blah, blah. You know, even though nobody still would show me what the fuck he did for the Black community, but you know, that's another show. So I just kind of went along to get along. But coming on YouTube and coming on these panels and stuff, listening to guys like Black Son, listening to guys like Yanga, that's why I say Black Son picks on me a lot, but Black Son knows that he's gonna get it back from me. So that's the thing. But I started listening to them and I'm like, boy, you know what? I think my ideals kind of measure up more to what the Republican Party is talking about. So here's the issue. Because now I have my friend, my good longtime friend Venkat, he'll tell me, oh, what morals? What morals? What morals are you talking about? Why can't both be right? You know, the Republicans don't do everything right. The Democrats don't do everything right. Democrats don't do everything wrong. Republicans don't do everything wrong. Sometimes you could take a little bit from each one. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like everything. You'll never like everything that anybody does. My podcast, people don't like half the shit I say, but I'm glad that they keep listening. You're not going to get it right every time. And that's where I stand now. That's my conundrum. That's where I stand right now. My wife is a Democrat, but if you ask her, it's probably just because that's how she was taught. It's just like religion. We were taught growing up that we should be Christian. Nobody really knows why you're a Christian. You're just kind of a Christian because that's how your parents raised you. Until you get older and you get like me, you spend 25 plus years in the church and then you realize, something's not right. Half the shit they say in the book doesn't line up to the way they live in life. And then you start questioning things. That's what I do. And I question things from the Democratic Party. But again, that's that. I don't really want to talk about, because I'll tell you this, the politics is not my bag. I come over here to listen to politics because I like to hear from MD. I like to hear from Yanga. I like to listen to Black Sun. I like to hear when the other guys come over. And when I'm sitting back, if I got a question, I'll interject. Normally, you guys notice when we're doing those political shows, I'll stay in the chat because I really don't have anything to offer. So I just want to listen and learn. That's what I am. I learn. I'm a sponge. So when I say certain things, you're like, oh shit, well, let's jump on Trevor. It's fine. Trevor's a big boy. Trevor can handle himself. But you guys just got to know that I'm going to come back at you. So that's out of the way. Last thing on the political side, Mr. Ron DeSantis. So here's the deal with Ron DeSantis. Straight like this. A lot of people don't like Ron DeSantis because of this whole taking the African American studies out of universities. I will say this. Learn about it first before you make a comment on it. Don't take certain people's commentary and say, oh, that's the totality of the thing. Because I was reading his actual transcripts. And that's why I say Ron DeSantis does some things that I like. Ron DeSantis does some things that I don't like. But Ron DeSantis got me because Ron DeSantis agrees with me on the homosexuals and the transgender stuff. That stuff matters to me. So that's why I like Ron DeSantis. I'm not going to like everything Ron DeSantis does, but Ron DeSantis checks off enough boxes for the shit that I like. You guys may not give a fuck about transsexuals and homosexuals, but I'm going to tell you like this. I have a little daughter. And when my daughter asked me, Daddy, how come this man is in the same bathroom that I'm using? I have a problem with that. That's where Ron DeSantis comes in because he's not towing any line. He's saying, stop that shit is not right. So the whole, let's take the African-American studies. All I say is read the transcripts so you can see exactly where he was coming from. His whole thing is he doesn't want the indoctrination of it. And you guys know, listen, Black people, y'all know y'all so easy to be indoctrinated. So I could push anything off on you and you want to take it as indoctrinated. Oh, yeah, that's the new thing to do. All I say is read what he says before you take somebody else's commentary. Because when I first heard it, I'm like, man, what the fuck? But then when I read it and started reading his transcripts, I'm like, oh, okay. Makes sense. Still not all 100% with it. I can see where there should be some wiggle room here. But you know what? Let's see what happens. Let's see where it goes. That's what you get with me. But just like we did our Wrestling Wednesday show last night, if y'all haven't checked that out, please check that out. Because that show had no business of being as good as it was. But Venkat played a video of a former wrestler, Disco Inferno, very opinionated. And he's making his claim against the women's wrestlers. And you hear the guys on the stage just caping for the women, not listening to anything he's saying. So I'm like, you know what? Why can't this man be entitled to his own opinion? And that's how it is with me. Why can't I be entitled to what I think? I mean, you guys were okay with me being stuck in Christianity for 25 years. let me be stuck in this stuff because this shit is working for me. I look at what's working for me. That's how I move. If the shit doesn't work for me, then I do something different. That's how I go. That's how I move. So let me address the next thing. Mr. Yanga, my big brother Yanga, I see you in the chat. What's going on? Let me see who's in the chat right now. I'm not really checking it out. Peace, Yanga, Juju, Queen Juju, Venkat, what's up? I'm assuming that's Black Sun. Yeah, we and whoever else is watching in the clouds, I see the numbers. If you are from the Straight Talk Society, because I posted this on my Facebook page, just jump in the chat. Let me know that you're here. So let me address my brother Yanga. Again, all reverence and respect to Yanga. I'm not going to kiss the ring, but all reverence and respect to Yanga, because I look at Yanga as an intelligent brother. See, I've never said anything different. From day one, you could go find the first video my first appearance on the arena, how I came up here. Nothing's changed. I got a little more aggressive with it because they allowed me in. They accepted me as Team Arena. I'm their little brother. I get it. So they're going to pick on me. But here's the deal. Yanga doesn't listen to me. I'm realizing. I say things and Yanga listens to me to argue with me. He listens to me so he could attack what I'm saying while simultaneously repeating everything that I say. So I'm like, what's the problem? I'm like, where the hell is the problem here? So Yanga feels that, and I'm gonna drop the link right after this. Yanga feels that I am too hard on black men. And I'll tell you this, Yanga, I don't think I'm hard enough on black men. I don't know if you're hard enough on black men. I don't know you personally outside of YouTube, but I don't know if you're hard enough on black men. Because I think the problem is we haven't been holding them accountable for shit. You can't tell me that they aren't leaving their women. They aren't leaving fatherless kids. They aren't killing each other. They aren't overpopulating the jails. You can't tell me that that's not happening. I know the other side. Trust me, I know the other side. Growing up, every child, pretty much their dad was in the house. I know. But what I'm saying is there's that side, but just because this the good shit, do we now turn a blind eye to the bad shit? And that's all I'm saying. So when you think it as an attack, it's one of those things where they say, hey, I know you like to argue. I know you like to argue. I know you like to come on. You're going to come on here and you're going to yell at me. And I get it. I'm ready for it. But it's a shoe fit mentality. And I know none of this applies to you. So my question to you would be, why you take such a hard stance against it? It's just like MD. Me and MD had that whole hour-long conversation. And at the end of it, we agreed to disagree. But then Solar comes on and basically says every single thing that I said, and then told MD, black people just need to shut the fuck up. And MD conceded to it. So that's why I asked the question to MD. Is it because my Jamaican flag that you couldn't receive it from me? That's why when that's why when we had these conversations, I had to look at these things. Like, what's the reason? What's the reasoning? I know I wasn't born here. Blah, 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 blah. And maybe I should go back to my country. But you know what? I love America. I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free. How about that? I love this country. I signed up to fight for this country. How about that? So nobody's going to make me go anywhere. And I know that's not what you're doing, but me and you love to argue. So that's how it is. I'm about to drop this link. Anybody coming in, peace, GTO. Yeah, GTO, I don't know how long I'm going to be on here, but I definitely want to do that social media show with you and with Juju if she wants to come on. Like I said, just letting you guys know, anybody come on this panel, know that I will take clips from this show and use on my podcast. I mean, we're on a public forum anyway, so what does it really matter? But let me drop this link. I love saying this. The link is in the chat. Yeah, the link is in the chat. I think, yeah, it is. So I was just trying to read the chat. I'm looking at my computer. I'm so hyped right now. I'm hyped. I got my Long Island iced tea. I got a million emotions running to me right now because my heart beating fast. I'm all nice and hyper. But GTO, if you do come on, I do want to ask you about this this social media thing, because there's certain things that I like to clarify with you, because a lot of times when you're in the chat, you can't really you can't say what you want to say in the chat. So who do we? Oh boy, President MD and Yanga. What's up, MD?
Peace, man. You may be seated. Hey, look. So it wasn't the fact that I conceded to solar. I didn't concede to solar. What I agreed to with the communalist aspect. Now, if you heard what we were talking about earlier when solar was on, again, I agree. But solar, me and solar is essentially saying the same thing. He's just going from the bottom, and I'm going from the top, right? So we understand that there has to be, no doubt, a sense of communalism when it comes to any aspect of our lives, whether it be social or economic. I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm telling you is the only change that you're going to see is not going to come from an economic standpoint with the communalism. It's going to have to come from a political literacy standpoint. That has to be done via the community. I don't disagree with that. So when I talk about policy, no, real quick, when I talk about policy and I call myself an individualist, I'm calling myself an individualist based off of my economic standing in this country. That's it. That's all an individualist means. I understand that you got to have some type of form of communalism to get anything done. I ain't saying that. What I'm telling you is what needs to be the priority is the policy, not the economic. That's where me and Solar was different at.
I want to ask you a question specifically, and well, yeah, Yanga too, because Yanga is the president of Blackland, right? Yeah. Did I let him on?
Yeah. No, that was Black Son.
No, they don't let me on. Yeah, they how they do me. They jump on me. Don't let me on. It's okay though.
But Yanga is the president of Blackland for what I no. Yanga thinks that we should have it all here, right?
I'm the chairman of Blackenstein.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. On my way home today, I took a drive down into a neighborhood that's all black.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if there's 2,000 residents, 2 of them are probably white.
Okay.
And what I noticed, it's the slums. Like it's a shithole of the shitholes. I don't know how it is in other states, but I'm in Florida. Every Martin Luther King Boulevard Avenue looks like shit. In the state of Florida. I've never seen a good one yet. So I'm driving down MLK, and what I noticed is all those shithole houses and everything. They tore them all down, and they're now building up these big, beautiful homes and these big condos. And I thought to myself, who the fuck do they expect is going to live there? Not the people that currently live there now.
No, they're gentrifying. They're gentrifying.
Okay, so I totally agree with that. But now my question is, where are all the black people going to go?
That's the point. That's why I'm surprised that you agree with gentrification. You know what I'm saying? And then ask that question later. That's where you and I disagree.
Did I say
Trevor,
I agree with what?
Yeah, you said, and I totally agree with that. I said they're gentrifying. You said, and I totally agree with that.
No, I meant no. I agree that that's what you said they were doing.
Okay. See, maybe that's like what you said. I don't necessarily understand where you're coming from. A few things. Yeah, I do disagree with some of the things you say. I think that you use black men and nigger interchangeable. So what is the definition? So black men, so it's manhood to abandon your family.
No. Are you
okay? No. Then why do you say black men? Like white men ain't never left their children? You got white people that never left their children.
Yes.
But they don't, but y'all don't, nobody paints that with a broad brush. What about the Latino community?
I don't talk about white people though.
Okay, that's what I mean. But when you use the broad brush, black men, I think we have to be very distinctive in what we're defining as manhood. It is not manhood to abandon your children. Yeah, I would. But you think nigga is a term of endearment. I would, because a nigga abandons his family. You know what I'm saying? I would. That makes the distinction. I would be able to tell myself, because when you say black men and my son's listening and he looks over at me and like, well, okay, dad, damn. Well, you're here. And he has siblings from prior relationships that I have had. And he sees that I do my best to do what I can do for his siblings. He's like, okay, dad, so am I part of that black man? Do I say, oh, not me, son, that black man? Am I a part of that broad brush that you paint with? What about you? Are you a part of that?
Absolutely not.
Okay, then. I mean, so we started I think what that is, and no disrespect, I respectfully say that. And I love you, Trevor, but like you said, I can't kiss the ring. I think that's that superhero throw on my cape for the sister mentality. It's a good talking point for black women. Yeah, that's right. black men. You tell them, Trevor.
But
You
I'm
know
not,
what I'm saying? But,
I'm not like
I don't
that.
think
but,
you intentionally doing
but I
that.
get, okay. So I get what
Yeah.
you're saying. You would rather, your whole issue is just that I say black man instead of nigga. Like that's the issue
one
here?
of that's one. Yeah, that's one of them, because what it does is anything negative, black man is used to as descriptive. It's like the police to me when you do that. What's the description? Black male, white t-shirt. It's too broad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got issues in our community. Yeah, men leave like every other community. It's funny. Nobody wants, like, I like you, Trevor. Now, one thing I will say, I do believe you're sincere in that. I've never heard you compare our struggle, our plight, or our tactics to those of white people. I've never heard you use white people to justify what I call niggerish tactics. You know, but it's funny how we'll have some people who say that, well, the white man does this, the white man does that. But when it comes to the brush of, like you were saying one time, I think you said it, more white people are on public assistance than black people. Yes. They're not painted with that broad brush, though. You know, I'm sure they leave their children. They're not painted with that broad brush. If you look at proximity, yes, it's black on black because we live in black neighborhoods. But when white people kill one another, shit, they have whole fucking world wars. Is World War II a white on white crime experience? See, this is the white supremacy that we've been taught to accept and justify what they do on a loftier, noble scale. And anything that we do is base. It is that black. You know, never would I justify men from not taking care of their children. But I will say this, it's a black family issue. I don't get into that. Like, you sisters don't want men to be chauvinists and extra toxic masculinity, but y'all sure give us a lot of damn power for the decisions y'all be making in your life.
Okay,
stop.
Hold on. Because Yanga gonna Yanga now. Okay, hold on. Yanga's gonna Yanga, but we're gonna have this conversation. So, roughly about how many black Americans are there? Black people in America? 44 million, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
I give it that.
Anywhere from 40 to 45.
What's the percentage that you would say are niggers?
What's the percentage?
Yeah, give me a number.
I would say it's hard. I would say it's hard to put a statistic on that, because I think nigger is a state of being. I think that every black person can resort back to being a nigger. I think that is nigger the predominant philosophy you live by, though. That's what I'm.
So you're saying the nigger mentality is more subconscious than anything?
Yes.
Give me a number though, because I want to go somewhere with this.
It would be hard for me to throw out a number, MD. It would be hard for me too.
If I had to give you a number, I say a quarter of those people.
Look, that's a lot.
They nigger switch, don't get cut off.
Okay, I can go for that.
That's wow, that's way higher than what I was going to say. But okay. So now, do we totally just ostracize those people, or do we call them out to try to bring some reconciliation? So what I'm saying is this: if there's 10 guys and eight of them take care of their kids and they do their shit, they take care of their families. And I'm just like, man, y'all got to do better. The 8 know that I'm not talking about them. It's the 2 that's not doing good that's saying like,
how do you know that? Me. How do you know the 8 know that you're not talking about them?
Because if you were to tell me right now, boy, Trevor, you know you're a bad father, it ain't no way in the hell.
No, it's not that. Come on, you got real individuals. If you were standing in a group of men, and you know you were a good father, and the other men knew they were good fathers, and I came up, and the eight of y'all good fathers, 2 of y'all not, and I came up and said, y'all got to do better. First thing, I'm just guessing, I believe 8 of y'all would say, you ain't talking to me, I'm a good father. Everybody would go into their fucking tirade in how they're a good father. Nobody would want to be lumped into that category, Trevor.
Right. And look at it from this aspect. Now, I gave you 25%. So that's saying if you include yourself and you got 3 of your cousins or whatever, chances are one of them is gonna be a nigga. When you talk about ostracize, they ostracize themselves.
Right.
Because typically you don't want to be around no nigga.
You shouldn't want to be.
Especially if you know that nigga is gonna rub off on you. You gonna be like, let me get out this situation. I know some nigga shit about to happen. Let me go on back away and exit stage left. That's what the common black person will do. Because they can identify the nigga shit.
So Yanga,
so they ostracize themselves.
Do you think it's wrong? So you don't think it's wrong for me to call out bum ass black men?
No. I think they should be ostracized. I think they should be ridiculed. I think, go back to the days they used to have shotgun marriages. You couldn't even get girls pregnant. So I'm not saying to that extreme, but I do think the black society should take control of the more ways and the no ways and enforce them. Yeah, they should be called out.
But isn't that what I'm doing? No, I'm not black. I forgot. I'm not black. My bad.
No. That isn't what you're doing. You're generalizing. You're calling out what's dangerous. What makes me, and I don't believe in the foreign thing, but I do have to, because if your parents aren't from here, that makes me question. Not being funny, but how were you taught to perceive us? I do know black foreigners or melanated foreigners who are taught to perceive us differently. And they're second, third generation Somali American or whatever, Caribbean American, Jamaican American or whatever, and they don't even add American. They say Somali or Jamaican. They be born over here. So there is a certain way that they're taught to look at the so-called black man over here. So when you use that broad brush of black men are not taking care of their women, I'm like, part of the 8 out of the 10, bro. You're not talking to me. Them niggas. So we have to start making distinctions. Hey, man, black men take care. You ain't even got to say niggas don't take care of their children. You can say black men take care of their children. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when you use that broad brush, that is some Republican shit you doing. That sounds like a crime and punishment speech to me. We must toughen up on child support.
Yanga, if I gotta push back on you, because if I didn't know you enough, I would just say you a hit dog is hollering right now. That's what I would say.
It is, but absolutely.
I know that's not the case, though.
No, it is. It is. It's absolutely that. You're saying black men. I'm a black man. So you're saying, but you are hitting me. You're trying to spray the hose on one fucking particular dog, but you spraying the whole pack. I got paperworks. I got an owner. I'm certified, but you're spraying me with the hose. So yes, a hit dog is hollering. Black men are tired of being lumped. I get murdered for niggas. Black men get murdered for niggas, for that type of thinking, for that general stereotype, generalizing and that stereotypical thinking. Black men go through hell behind that. And so, yeah, hit dog is hollering, not in the fact that you may think I'm not hollering about lack of taking care of my children or overabundance taking care of my children, what the mothers think about or any of that. I'm hollering about black men who are struggling to do the best that they can absolutely do, show up for their children, give out of their paycheck, their meager earnings, attempt to be the very best black man they can be. And because a few niggas do some, or the majority of.
You breaking up.
You cut out, Yanga. Was that me?
No, that was Yanga. Yeah, you're breaking up, Yanga. Okay, damn, I wanted to ask him this. So, and I get it. But here's the deal.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, I can hear you now. Finish what you're saying, because I guess.
And I'll be brief there. What ends up happening is, instead of them being called black deadbeats, black no show ups, you say black man. What is a man? That's what I'm telling you. You don't make a distinction. And so, yeah, hit dog is hollering. I'm tired of being lumped in with everyone else, and just black man is synonymous with every fucking thing.
So what is a man?
That's what I say, that we as self-determinists reserve the right to hold that standard back up in the community. When I was coming up, we had a clear definition. Men take care of their family. Mm-hmm. Men work. Men aren't lazy. So I had a definition. It's up to the next generation, next wave, brothers and sisters, to define what that is, so it will help them to understand what their family is going to look like.
I was just about to say that. Is defining being a man, is that objective? I mean, who's to say?
Exactly. It's subjective to shit. Right. They have to define the women based on what's going on now have to begin to, and the brothers, both of them, you know, in this thing, because some of us are older, we got families, we got children. We're looking at the next generations coming up. They have to define what manhood is, and women have to say, you know, if this is what they're going to accept it to be or not. They have to come up with this social phenomenon. When we were coming up, we had clear pictures. Our people did their job for us. For me, anyway, I knew what a man did and didn't do. I didn't, these questions of homosexuality and this, I didn't have those problems because it was clearly defined what the fuck a man did and what the fuck a man didn't do. So this is a new, go ahead.
So you would agree that a man that doesn't take care of his child, and I'm gonna go somewhere after this, a man that doesn't take care of his child, he is almost like he has a disability, right? Like he has some type of issue going on. Right?
I don't know about disability, but I know that there's an issue.
There's an issue. Okay.
Yeah.
A man that leaves his family stranded, he has an issue, correct?
Yeah, if he just leaves his family stranded.
Okay,
yeah.
So a man that's missing an arm and a leg, is he not still a man?
But that's a disability, brother. That's not you. That's apples and oranges. You tried it then.
No, listen to where I'm going now. So you can't. You're gonna have to define, because I see Yame. Peace and Yame. You saying a man. What's that? A male isn't necessarily a man.
There you go. That's where I was going with it. I was going with it.
We had to come up with a clear cut, because here's the deal. I don't think it was ever taught to us, and I'm younger than you, MD's younger than me. It was never taught to us what really a man is. We just looked at men and was like, well, shit, they're men. But there was never really a definition of what a man is. So here, and Yame, you come on too.
I don't know. I disagree with that.
Well, hold on. So what I'm saying now is, as the younger man, I'm reaching to the elders, and I'm like, all right, man, that's a lot of y'all in here. Y'all want to see the boy straight talk. All right.
All right, man. Congratulations. This was cracking.
So I'm asking the elders, because again, like I say, I mean, you're probably like 8 years older than me. But what I'm saying is, I look to you guys for support. A lot of times, I'm gonna just keep it I'm gonna keep it a buck. Gynocracy says this a lot of times. It's like what is popping on the internet. That's why I want her to come on. It doesn't make for good talking points if I get on and say, boy, 60% of black men are in the home. I know that. I know that. But it makes better talking points if we come on and say this, boy, them other niggas, boy, them some deadbeat ass niggas there. We need to take care of them. That's why we're on here. We couldn't be on here having this conversation. I was like, damn, boy, Paul down the street? That's a good dude, boy. He goes to work, takes care of his kids. No, you want to know what? No, Peanut, that nigga dipped on his kids when they was born, and we ain't seen them since. And he out in the street selling dope. So that's what I'm saying. That's why the title of this show is Let's Have a Conversation. And hopefully I can get on the women too. But while I got the men on the panel, we're gonna stick right here. So I'm asking you, because again, I reverence you, is like, what is a man? Like outside of being able to make babies and
right. That's why
like that.
It's up to, that's why Shay, that's your response. See, when I was coming up, it was clear. Pimping, you wasn't a man if you was pimping. If you was exploit, a man don't do that. We were told what a man don't do. Clearly, man don't discuss his bedroom. I seen a dude chase a woman because she came out in public. They got to arguing. She said, yeah, you tell your boys you ate my Kit Kat. Back then when I was coming up, you couldn't even admit to eating Kit Kat. You know what I'm saying? That's how much times have changed. A woman wouldn't say she put your thing in her mouth. Bedroom was sacred. I mean, I'm that old. I remember those eras. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to this wave. Many of us my age, we have families. We have, we're kind of set in our ways. We understand we're still on what we were taught manhood was. You take care of your family, you take care of the house, cut the grass, maintenance and shit like that. We were taught what manhood was, or what was accepted as manly or manhood in our community. Now it is time for you guys to defy that. You should be completely upset that deadbeats are being equated to men. We would be upset back in the day if a pimp was equated to real manhood. Oh, that fly sugar bear's a real man. Yeah, baby, let me get that money, bitch. And everybody said, that's a black man. Yeah.
Yangy, what about the people that didn't grow up with no dad like me? I was able to define what a man was on my own.
Because we had, you know what I believe? Because I've talked about that too. We had, by that more ways than no, we had community standards. We had community enforcement. You wasn't allowed, when I was coming up anyway, you weren't allowed to do no punk shit in the community. You would be ostracized and ridiculed by the community, quite possibly chased home if it was too ill what you did. We had community standards enforced. This individualism to the degree through materialism, which I see in my son all the time. He doesn't give a damn. It's hard to get him to really take shit serious. And maybe it's because I was like, I don't want to raise him like this. Individualism through materialism, his measuring his self-worth through his possessions that he don't even fucking buy. I'll be like, bro, you ain't spent the rest. Yeah, I'm fly, I'm fresh. Ooh, boy, I'm the man. You are not the man. You the child that got some shit from your parents. Is what you are. I would refuse to let you define your manhood by material. You the man because you got some material possessions that you didn't buy. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds silly, but it's real. So like you were saying, MD, you had homies in the hood. You had uncles. We had cousins. We had and when I was coming up anyway, a set standard of what manhood was. Now, am I always saying it was right or wrong? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you knew what you could and what you couldn't do or could and couldn't get away with in the hood without wearing that ass whooping. That's all I'm saying.
So, all right, Yanga and Nyame just came in, so I want to acknowledge Nyame also. Hey, y'all, make sure and hit that like button, man. I see this. Y'all making a brother feel good. Boy, these numbers going up.
Smash that like and share.
My goodness, man. Y'all make sure and hit that like button, man.
Yes.
And if you're listening from the Straight Talk Society on Facebook, this is where the podcast is going to start coming from. It's going to be streamed to YouTube, then in audio form. So y'all get in. You want that smoke with me that y'all claim y'all want. But what's going on, Nyame?
Peace to the panel in the chat. Y'all gonna get me in trouble with these topics because I can't do no work.
Hey, it's the arena, baby. Come on, man.
But man, like, guys, I'm a philosopher, and I know that's a Greek term, but this is the stuff we talk about. What does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be a black man in a white male-dominated society? This is the kind of stuff we gotta ask ourselves and teach our children, because what it means to be a white man is not the same thing to be a black man. And I know that kind of sounds silly, but
no,
it's
explain.
Right. A white male is trying to maintain his power, so he's gonna teach his children how we maintain our power. Now, as a black man, that sounds silly. How we gonna maintain the white man's power? Why I shouldn't be teaching my kids how to maintain the white man's power. I should be teaching my sons how do we get power. That should be the forefront. So it's gonna be a different approach. But the approach we take to manhood still is how do we maintain white men's power? That's the approach we've been taking through public education. And I know that was our best choices. We didn't have much other choices. But now how do we get power? What are the steps to making sure black people get power and maintain our own power? That's black manhood. And I don't see nothing wrong with it. It's nothing racist about it. It's not anti-white. It's, okay, if we're going to change our condition, we need power. What are the steps to gaining power for black men?
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I want Juju to come up. I would like to know what Juju means that the oldest up here are the most toxic. Like because I want to hear from this younger woman generation. Y'all the ones that have to go out and find mates. You the guys largely doing a lot of what you're complaining about, the GTOs, the Jujus. Like I said, we're older, so we have, our children are a certain age. We're set in a certain ways. We have our wives, us 50 and older. You know, our rights and wrongs, good and bads, we have our ways that we deal with it. I like to hear, because you have to pull out of this gene pool. So what are we saying that's so toxic? What am I saying about making distinction between black manhood and black maleness, like Inyame says, and I call loose black maleness, and I think this niggerism, we can call it black maleness if that's more politically correct and makes you feel better. But what are we saying that's so toxic? You know, I'm gonna be honest, Juju, GTO, and a lot of other women, I think you're angry. Oh, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I think y'all angry.
Again, Yang, you agreeing with me, and I don't want to get.
You and I are gonna agree on certain things. I don't agree with listen, Trevor. You say a lot of things I agree with. It's the things that I don't agree with I have to address, like the broad generalization. You know, I just don't believe in generalization because you can't do anybody like that but black men. Juju and GTO and them, they may have a problem, but let me get up here generalizing about women. Let me I'm 50 years old, so I didn't have some fucking horrible experiences. Let me go up here generalizing about the black woman. Then you will have every black woman on here up in a fucking uproar. But the black man can be generalized, sweeping indictments can be made against us. When a few of us try to say, hey, all of us aren't like that, then we're either pandering and catering to toxic black masculinity and da-da-da-da-da. It is an attack on the black man. And the black woman gets in this attack angrily. And for what reason? None of them has told me. I mean, what political economic power have I had to shut you out of any fucking position as a black man collectively? Right. So tell me what you're angry about.
MD.
I want to get this in before Yanga gets the yanging.
I know, right? I'm trying to get back.
Yeah, I'm going on mute because I get the yanging, man. You know, I love our people.
But that's a good point that Yanga made. What power do we have to shut black women out of any position? We don't have that power. Now, I want to make this disclaimer. I am married to a 35-year-old woman, a millennial woman. And we have this conversation all the time. Oh, you come from that toxic masculine generation X. Some of the things and some of the things, she pushes back hard on because of her situation. But as a black man, I haven't locked black women out of anything. I haven't stopped them from getting their career, making their upward mobility. So I would like to hear what the younger ladies are saying the older men are toxic about. What is it that you're angry about? What is the issue?
That I see what she's. So I guess I'm the only millennial that's up here. Pretty much. I don't know if your age is considered millennial, is it, Trevor?
I really don't know. I think no, you guys are Gen Z, right?
Hell no,
no, I'm not. No, I'm not a millennial. I'm the one right before that, whatever the hell that is.
I'm like millennial is what I am. Like you might be on like later next, you know what I mean? But I'm early millennial. So I think I can speak on that. A lot of people feel like, and I've even heard it from Gen X people. A lot of people think millennials basically conformed to, like the society as a whole and gave up a lot of those privileges. And on top of that, a lot of millennials are like, they ain't got no daddy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them. So y'all grew up. I did.
All my breaking up, MD, breaking up. So
I can lean on with male figures in my life. I had to learn it from the street. You know what I mean? So I just went off of that. But I did understand right and wrong at the.
So let me because again, this show ain't gonna be long. I probably got about another 30-40 minutes in me because I know they got another show prepared tonight. So I want everybody to have a breather in between the show. But the arena been on fire today. So let me ask you a question. I want to move into my next talking point. It's kind of what I do. Yanga, me and you, there may be something there in the debate somewhere. So we'll have to come back to that. Another thing I say that you absolutely get upset about is when I say again, and I can see now that I hear you say it, now I can see why you would get upset, because you think again I'm generalizing when I'm really not. But when I ask a question, I just ask this question. I don't say it a matter of factly, but I ask, has the black man failed the black woman?
Are you asking me that?
I'm asking you.
I'm gonna let everybody else answer first, because I might get on a yang.
When I say that, you get triggered.
Let me get it in before Yang get the yang.
Go ahead, man. Before I get on the yang, man.
You see, as a Generation X man, the men I grew up will say definitely.
Yep.
As a man, you take all the responsibility.
Yep.
Whatever go down, you put it on your shoulders and you carry that as a man. But as I'm growing, I'm starting to see, and I'm still growing at 51. I'm still growing. Okay, black woman, you gotta bear some of this responsibility too. This is both we both in this thing. I can't carry all of this burden. I can't do it. It's not possible. It's not humanly possible. I wish I could put the whole black community on my back and carry us across the finish line, but it's impossible. And even in this modern time, even me, I'm starting a whole new family again. It's much different than when I started back in the early 90s. I almost could carry it by myself, but now I can't carry this thing by myself. I need all the help I could get from every area because the times is forcing us to be this way. I need my black woman to be just as revolutionary. I need my black woman to be just as strong in the times that we face. So all the responsibility is not just on the black man. The black woman has to carry some of that responsibility.
MD, jump in before Yangas.
You know, you
breaking up some.
You would have to tell me in what way you would have to tell me in what ways
do we protect black women enough?
You would have to tell me what's the criteria.
Do we protect black women?
Do
you think black women feel protected around us?
From what I see, my answer would be I don't think at this time, from a social aspect, black women need protection.
Ooh, let's touch that. Come on.
That's from my lens as I see society today. That may have been different.
Say some of these niggas softer than the sisters.
Oh, we gonna get there, trust me.
For real, I give me a squad of women.
MD, that's a problem though.
I didn't say it wasn't, but what I'm telling you, so from a social viewpoint today, here in this society that we live in, 2023, certain things will be said about women that get your ass in a lot of trouble. Certain privileges that you may deem women get, if you try to obstruct those privileges in any type of way, will get your ass in trouble. I would say from a social aspect, hell, we might need to get up under the black women a little bit more just to help us out socially.
Have them lead us?
No,
that's not what I said. I'm talking about.
I'm just asking.
You are so Christian, Trevor. Have them lead us?
No, I don't.
So does the black man? Does the black man lead the black woman?
Absolutely, he should.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
That's why. Listen, that's why I left church. I can't send under a woman pastor. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
And you said, but why you and I say that we share the same talking points? Because I don't get that. And then everybody in the chat called me toxic and overmasculine. I love it because this is a new age. You're this generation young man and you know Juju and GTO. They're just this generation woman. I'll be brief. Let me answer that question.
Wait, you got who's this King Kofi? Y'all know him?
Yeah, King Kofi.
Okay. All right.
So let me say this. I don't know, because I would ask this question when you ask, did we fail the black woman? Did the black woman fail the black man? You know, I would ask the question, is this black woman, your generation of black woman, like the black woman of my generation? Is she the black woman like our grandmother? I think one of the problems has come in is this individual approach, this gender war, this bullshit gender war that takes place within our community instead of us looking at black family. Really, like Inyame was touching on, and I so agree. Some of the shit that we're fighting about, we're not in the economic, social, even cultural position to influence or to have sway, to impose the oppression or suppression that black women are fighting against and levying that against us. It's a false boogeyman. You're looking in the wrong direction, sister. We're trying to work together. Secondly, I'm old enough to remember when it was the Black War was waged against the black man. And this is why I say, no disrespect to the sisters, but let's have this real conversation. I need some sisters my age. Because I remember when the state gave you incentive to get rid of that Negro, gave you incentive to get rid of the black man. I remember when they did that. So that's why, forgive me if I'm impassionate, because I've seen a lot of black men demasculated. I've seen a lot of black men hiding in the closet. I remember when they used to come inspect. They used to inspect like you was in prison in the world, knock on your door, grown men hiding they shit, running out back doors, hiding in the closet because the state wouldn't allow the black family to survive. They would cut the woman and the children off shit if a black man was around. That start beginning the demasculation of the black man process right then and there.
Yanga, real quick before Kofi jumps in. So I mentioned not sitting under a woman pastor. You would do that?
Would I sit under a woman pastor?
Yes.
Yes. Yes,
All
I
right.
would. I don't believe, like I said, I believe in, just like you and I have different views on the whole homosexual thing. That's why I said, how do you
gonna get there? We gonna get there.
How do you say you say you ain't in the church, and I see why you went to the Republican Party, because you're really espousing very right-wing Christian values.
Listen,
you don't have to be in a church to share those values and to promote and push those values. But there again, that's why I love the black community. We are so diverse.
So listen,
but you are pushing hardcore Christian right?
No, hold on. Listen, Kobe, I got you soon. You said that you're tired of the gender wars, blah blah blah. I agree. The gender war shit is played out, but if we're not coming to the table and having the conversation, then how do we ever know where we're going to meet?
Right. Well, I think we have to have the conversation. What we have to do, though, is disarm. We have to come to the table in the spirit of seeking a solution. You know, I shouldn't, as a black man, I shouldn't feel like I'm coming to the table to defend my position. Hey, I'm not that dude. I do take care of my children. Hey, I try not to be, have a toxic masculinity, though I'm from an era like what you said, where men lead, men do this. Shit, I'm from an era where I really feel like men got the shit dumped on us. Well, I'm from the era where women didn't have to do shit but make babies. You know what I'm saying? Man, it was all on the man. And if you couldn't do it, you didn't deserve a family type shit. I'm from that era. I think these brothers, your generation, this new generation, I think y'all got it soft. I think the sisters are super soft to y'all. I think they let y'all get away with murder. And therefore, it's hard for them to distinguish between black men and just shiftless motherfuckers because they don't have expectations and standards. See, when you set the expectation and standard and a black man wants to be with you, he will strive for that and reach for that. But if you don't have expectations and standards, it's hard to distinguish between what's what. I told you materialism, and I get on my Yankee yang. But materialism did the shit to us in the 80s. When I was coming up, you used to have to walk a girl home from school, know her parents. When we knocked on the door, they want to know your family. Hey, boy, who your peoples is? Where you come from? All of that stuff. Crack cocaine era, it was who had the bass in the knock, dude. You could pull up, be the lamest guy in the world. But if you had knock, bass, like my man Iyame was saying, the starter outfit, it was all good. Materialism became the defining standard for manhood. Oh, you don't wear Brook Brothers, or you ain't got that good. I remember when commercialism came in and being reinforced in your time. What about the Migos? Versace, Versace, Versace. These niggas got a whole song that's a commercial. Versace, 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 Versace. So when you start to push materialism and promote that as black manhood, then the virtues that we extol as black men, that we said, hey, this defies black manhood, is out the window if you don't make $300,000-$400,000 a year.
All right, Yanga, I wanna me and you, we arena bros. We could always go at it, but I want to let Kofi say something. What's going on? Welcome to the panel.
Hey, what's going on with you? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, you loud and clear.
Oh yeah.
Just so you know, before you say anything, excerpts of this may be recorded in my podcast, just so you know.
Well, that's cool, because it need to be out that the black man has failed the black woman. He's not her protector. He's not her provider. He's nothing. He run around here wild and free with this idea that somehow he can work with his oppressor to get respect and freedom, and he just can't. And the black woman has watched this for 100 years now. Well, I just say, let's just go 50, where the black man has done nothing. He done sat back, pimped his woman out. He done fed her drugs. He done did everything in his power to gain power against the black woman. And that's just how I feel. Like, I don't know how long black women got to sit back and watch their nation of men be cowards.
Hey man, you speaking facts, man.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, hey,
Captain Trevor and Captain Kofi,
no,
nigger haters.
This is shit that I don't like though. This man came on here and just spit that knowledge, and now you're talking about caping.
Yeah, that's caping, man.
To be
Kofi,
because again,
are you a black man? Are you a black man, Kofi? Are you a black man? Kofi, are you a black man?
Yes, sir.
Have you failed do you not protect the black woman?
It was a point in my time, like you said, during the crack era where I didn't.
Right. Would you have considered yourself a man then when you was doing that type of stuff? Would you have called yourself a man?
I was trying to be.
Yeah, but would you have called yourself a man? Now with the knowledge you have now, would you have considered yourself a man?
In certain aspects, in certain aspects not.
Okay, so how all of a sudden do these deadbeats, these pariahs of the black community, these predators get the label man? That's what I'm saying. That's why I call caping the generalization. I'm none of those things. I am none of those things. And I'm a black man. So maybe I need to change my name. You wonder why niggas are running to be everything else. Because y'all lumping the black man. I guess now I'm a gimmick.
You gotta understand that even the successful black man with all the amenities and all the respect in the world, he still don't protect his black woman. Because he will acquiesce to his enemies' wishes.
Well, what makes him a man though? That doesn't, you say success, does that make him we have to define manhood.
Like I said earlier, we all this baby boy shit anyway. Because we are black men. We supposed to stand up against tyranny and all for our community.
Absolutely. But black men do that. You don't think black men do that?
Why is black men all of a sudden now, when it comes to standing up, want to make every excuse in the world not to? Like the boys that believe in Jesus. Like, how is a black woman going to accept you protecting her by telling her, "Oh, I'm gonna wait till Jesus come back"?
Okay. Let me ask you this. Those women over there that what they call in the women's sphere that talk about killing black babies, the ones that do, I don't know how the kid talk about killing black babies, dating outside the race, that the black man ain't nothing. Is that do you consider them black women?
Yes.
See, I don't. Maybe that's the difference. I don't.
Yes, because
I have a different
like the killing black babies I don't agree with, but some of their talking points, some of Cynthia G's talking points are correct.
I don't, and I can believe that you would say that. That I don't. They may have some correct talking points. Trevor has some correct talking points. I agree with. What I disagree with largely, and what I wouldn't do to my sisters, is I wouldn't take negative, bitter women and generalize all black women like that. I've had some bad experiences. I'm from the hood. I've seen some ghetto ass shit out of black women. I've seen some shit that you be like, oh my God, really? but I don't generalize black women like that. And I don't think in general that black men generalize black women like that. I don't think we do it in general. What I have a problem with is us as black men not making the distinction. Y'all give black boys and black scrubs and deadbeats. Y'all give them the thing of black man, and that is not black manhood.
Well, what you would have to do right now is define black man.
That's what we were talking about, and I think that it would be up to. See, I'm coming from my perspective when I was raised.
Oh,
I think now
you should define black man right now.
Yeah,
in your mind, what do you think a black man is?
Listen. That's what I'm saying, Kofi. In my mind, I have a clear, definitive definition. That's why I'm railing against what you guys are saying. What I'm realizing is that this generation has to defy black manhood because my definition of it won't fit their circumstances and times. Shit is different.
Yanga, hold on one second, because I want to address this comment on the screen because them shit's just flying. From Lauderdale 954, what's y'all opinion on the passport bros? They got black women in other countries too. Is it the American black woman that's the problem?
No.
Ooh, Trevor, you done started some shit. I'm out of here, man. You done started something, brother. Yo, but Trevor, the shit starter. You talk about straight talk with Trevor. You should be shit talk with Trevor. You done started some stuff.
It's not the American black woman's fault. And I don't disagree with the passport.
Oh, Lord, me and you gonna talk, Kofi.
Agree with the
so it ain't the American black woman's fault.
They go to Africa and places like that to get black women. But the American black woman, if I heard somebody say that they failed us, like the black woman was there when your ass was getting whipped. The black woman was there when you needed a place to hide when you escaped. The black woman been there. She is wondering, when are we going to get these noodleback niggas to stand up and get something for our babies? And I don't understand why nobody thinks about the babies. It's all about right now. Like,
but
niggas don't. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you off, Kofi. Go ahead. I got excited.
Like you got to sacrifice something to get something. We had a sacrifice already in our ancestors, some of our elders. It's got to be another one. This is how a nation works.
I'm going to tell you why that's too general for me. Because you got brothers doing that. But they're doing it at the expense of other black people. You got Negroes out here hustling, selling dope to feed their family. So should they do it at the expense of the black community? What do you mean? Some of these niggas ain't noodleback. Some of them are misguided and misdirected. Some of these niggas will murk you for their family.
You applaud that though, that they
No, that's the point that I'm making. The point I'm making is we have to make the distinction. That's a general, they need to do something for their family. Man, this niggas out here doing shit. But
when do we
there you go. Now you about to ask the question I want to know. When do we measure it? When do we say?
When do we stop acquiescing to the agenda that we have pushed on us? All the agenda.
I agree with that, but this is what gets
black family the right way.
I get that, but this is what gets me. We become very communal when it comes to negative shit. We become very communal. I hear a lot of, like we in France or something. I hear a lot of we when it comes to negative shit of the black man. That's the point that I'm making. Yes, we have to do. The only I want to hear is us making the distinction between black men who are doing something and these people who are flying under that umbrella of black men because they're melanated. There has to be a standard. Okay, so if the standard, you can just
what's the black man doing? I mean, come on, you say name me some black man that's doing something.
Trevor,
to change our situation.
Black son,
change our situation. Hold on, no, that's individual. And even if we are, we're not doing it on a level where we're supposed to be doing it. This is individual. I'm saying as a community, when are we gonna stand up? Stop making excuses. Tell them, look, if we have to hold our
that's fantastic. When have we ever moved as a community? When have we ever moved collectively like that? That's fantastic, Kofi. Yeah, when have we ever just said, okay, we are moving in this direction? When have we ever done that?
That's the issue of the black woman.
When has she ever done that?
We
Oh,
just
they've
trying
done
to
it. They've
stop.
done it, bro.
They have,
Shoot.
the black woman has never moved because we are not a monolithic. Everybody moves according to what they feel like, especially in this society with white America. And this is what I feel like. We're moving according to survival. Unfortunately, the black man has been maneuvered to making very poor decisions. I'm not saying that some of us black males have not abandoned what they should be doing, but the black man has always fought the good fight. We've not always been in the number, but we've always fought the good fight. And one of the fights is not being lumped into a category of deadbeats and shiftless, good for nothings. But this is what happened. We've been fighting generalization and stereotypical images from the time we've been over here. And whether y'all know it or not, y'all contribute to that Amos and Andy fucking stereotyping. You know what I'm saying? When we say black men, like all of us generally don't do shit. You give out the impression that it is innate in us to be deadbeats. When you say black man, that is not black manhood. That is my argument. And I think that to generalize it is a bad mistake.
I don't think that's what we're saying at all, though.
I don't think that's what we're saying.
Well, when you say when has the black man protected the black woman, when you talk about, and then the other thing you do, and this is why I say it's fantastic in stereotyping, because that's what the white man does to us in his crime and punishment speech. Hold on. Let me say this, because when you say, well, when is the black man going to stand up there? What about those black men that did stand up for women? The brothers that didn't do that, I wouldn't. Me personally, and we don't have a consensus on it, I wouldn't define that as black manhood. So I can't say a black man didn't stand up for him. I would say he ain't no type of man at all. That's what I would say. So the question is, with this next generation, what are you guys letting masquerade as black manhood? Because in the world I come from and the cliques I run in, some of the shit y'all putting black manhood on wouldn't fly in our circles. That's what I'm saying.
Yang, go ahead, Kobe. Go ahead.
I'm 51 years old, and I know what they perceived black men to be back in the 70s. But these niggas wasn't nothing but pimps.
But they didn't perceive them to be black men. Come on, we the same age. They was called pimps.
Yeah. Come on,
brother.
Telling me
y'all do glorify the pimps though, for real.
No, now they glorifying the pimps. Back then though, brother, you mean to tell me you wasn't around the Black Panthers? You wasn't around pro-black, black is beautiful? You weren't listening to the music that was out back then? We had a counterculture to cup. That shit was intentional.
Yeah, my mother was a Panther, and my mother was
Kofi, you breaking up.
My mother was a Panther. That's why my name is Kofi Unsaved.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So
my mother was a Panther. So, but I'm saying, when I was little, that's all they hung around.
What? Pimps?
That's all they hung around. All the Panther niggas, all the Panther chicks. When they had them parties, nigga, it was pimps there.
I'm gonna tell you, I just disagree. I'm like you. My father was a Panther, and one of the Louisville 7, they shut down the motherfucking movie theater for showing Superfly. They despise the black exploiter, especially a black flesh, a pimp. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck they was hanging around pimps for? How you hanging around? I'm not knocking all powers to the people. Thank your parents for their contribution, but I would question that, huh? I see why you take the
down the movie,
you take.
But they wasn't shutting down the.
Yeah, they were shutting down I can get my mother on. When my father slapped the shit out of a pimp and cut him with his ring, I can get people on. And this is not a knock. I appreciate the contributions that your parents did, but I would question the sincerity of the mission. How do you hang with motherfuckers that are exploiting women? How do you hang with motherfuckers that are poisoning the goddamn community? They didn't hang with the heroin dealers. I was always taught drugs and shit was bad, even to the point where my father, I remember I had a half a damn joint in the car. My father opened up the ashtray, told me pull the car over. Got out of the car, said, damn, what's up? He said, back in the day, they give you 100 years for that little roach. Throw it out, I ain't getting back in your car. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
didn't your father raise you as a Muslim?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you have it. It didn't have nothing to do with the Panther Party.
I mean, but I'm a black man. It had everything to do with the Panther Party.
Then was
I
your
didn't.
father's values from his religion?
No, man, my father didn't. My father is shit. Stayed a He's still a Black Panther. My father was the chairman of the new Black Panther Party. He's always been a Black Panther. I don't even know him. Like, we never tossed a football. We never did father son shit. He was Imam Abu. I call him Abu. That's the Imam thing. He was Imam or he was Chairman Kahar. Those that know him as Chairman or Imam. He ain't never. So he's always been on that. Well, here's what I'm saying. Back in the day, and I won't get into individual things, but back in the day, in the 70s and towards the 80s, before they really did a social cultural hijack of us, man, I'm gonna have to argue that, Kofi, that we had a Black culture or a Black counterculture to begin to try to combat some of the niggerism. We had the music. People were wearing dashikis, afros. Black is beautiful. I'm Black and I'm proud. We had a Black culture. The 80s began to really change that fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? The 80s really began to change that thing. And I was a part of that. That's why I give back so hard now, because when I was coming up, we had clear examples of what a man was: a pimp, a perm, and high heels and shit, carrying a purse. That's one of the first effeminization of the Black man was the pimping era. Them niggas was getting their nails and shit done. No. I didn't anyway. When I came up, we didn't glorify them niggas.
So who was looked up? Who was looked up to in the neighborhood? The pimp or the Panther?
By the kids, the pimps and the gangsters. Some of the Panthers depending on the stronghold, but majority the pimps. I don't know, brother. I'm gonna disagree because the Panthers had a stronghold. It depends what era. We went through a Black era where that thing wasn't cool, exploitation and shit. But when it's like, and this is not to knock the homosexuals, but it's like an agenda. When you're fighting the Black era, like J. Edgar Hoover said, the biggest threat was the Grits program. When you're fighting the Panthers, it's not just a physical war waged with guns. It's a cultural war also. It's a social war. So you got certain immoralities and abnormalities and perversions that are pushed in the neighborhood and exploited. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got the movies, you got Black people acting in those movies, but who produced the movies? Especially back then when we didn't have Black producers. Who funded? Who put that shit on the big screen? That's what we have to ask ourselves. This was a fucking target. Blaxploitation was a weapon directed at us. They wanted to get rid of that Black self-pride and Black power and think it was cool to have Dolomite kicking sisters in the ass and have them selling them pussy and shit and paying this nigga and snorting cocaine. And we loved it. Why? Because they weren't villains. They were anti-heroes. That was the trick. He was doing all this bad shit to the community, but guess what? He was beating the pig. He outslicked the pig. And a lot of times his sidekick was a motherfucking Black Panther or some Black Power motherfucker. So they tied it into the community. So everybody hates the motherfucking police. So even though this nigga's snorting cocaine and pimping women, the fact that he's beating the man, the establishment, he's out slicking them, he became an anti-hero, and we found ourselves rooting for that motherfucker. Yeah, so now you copulate, huh?
No, I was gonna finish that thought. I gotta say something.
No, I'm going. That's it. I'm on a yang yang. That's it.
Hey, if this Mr. Saunders 9999, if that's who I think it is, go ahead and hit this link, man, because I've been dying for you to come over to the arena. If you at work, I understand, but if this who I think it is, please hit that link in this chat and jump on this panel, because yeah, you the guy I've been bragging about bringing to the arena, and I see you in this you in the chat, so come on over. I need some backup. Hey, listen, fellas. We got about 30 more minutes, so I want to move it over. I mean, y'all two could go at it. Y'all can go at it again. So here's the deal. This is the third episode of the Straight Talk Sessions, and I'm gonna make this a weekly. I'm gonna make this a weekly thing. So y'all free. Y'all welcome to come on. Yanga, you Team Arena, big bro, so you could always come over. Yeah, Kofi, you sound like me and you have the same talking point, so it's good. But I want to move on to another subject right now. I'll deal with the women next time. I see GTO in the back, but I'll deal with the women the next time. But what I do want to get on too is because whenever I mention this, you guys always say, "Oh, you got Republican talking points. Oh, you're just being religious." is the homosexuality in our community. You guys know how I feel about it. I'm totally against it. I think it's it's divisive. It's a plan to destroy the community from within. There's nothing good that could come about it. So what do you guys think?
Well, first of all, it's totally wrong. And
Younger, what you
if
running?
anybody,
The younger just run.
Hold on, G2. Let him get it out. Go ahead, Kobe.
I was just saying, like, see that, and this is where I'm not understanding. Like, we don't understand that, like, it's a war against us in our community, and with this LBT, whatever you call it, it's another agenda for them, like you said, to destroy us from within. Look at the imagery. Like I keep saying, like, if you in a store with a 6-year-old kid and he see a man's image on a finger polish stand, what do you think that's going to do to him subliminally?
You breaking? I don't know if you moving around or what.
And we falling for it as men every day. Like we not even say we actually. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, you keep breaking. You keep.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, nowhere in nature, bro, is that natural. And if everybody call themselves Christians and whatever, in this country call itself a Christian-based country, why are we going for it? Because it's an agenda.
I agree. Hey, I got you have something else?
I'm just saying, like, if we not careful, bro, then we gonna allow this to happen. What about our kids? And what about procreation and all of these things that we need to stay a nation?
You an Israelite?
No.
Okay, I could have swore I saw you on Judah over there.
Yeah, I've been over. I be on Judah's channel sometimes too. But yeah, this is like crazy to me. And then I will say this about black women: they allowing it. They are cool with having a gay friend.
Hey, listen. That's all I be saying over here. MD, why you so quiet?
I don't know if y'all can hear me, man. I'm outside right now getting unloaded. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you good. Hey,
okay.
Hey, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I was talking, but there's nobody hear me, so I thought maybe because it's so loud where I'm at. Give me 1 second. I'm about to get back in the truck.
All right, so Arena, I've been talking up this guy for the longest, and I told y'all I'm gonna just keep bringing y'all heat after heat. I brought Van Cat over here, and I'm bringing somebody else over here, and y'all think I'm terrible. This motherfucker that I'm getting ready to bring on the panel is filterless, but I see him in the back, so hold on.
I am a nice human being. I am not horrible. I don't know what he told y'all. I'm a wonderful person. Nice to meet all of you gentlemen.
Good to meet you.
What you got to say, man? About goddamn. First of all, about time. I done invited you to 10 Wrestling Wednesday shows, and you never come over here.
Bro, I've been sick as hell. Like, I literally just got out of bed because I saw you post. You sent me the thing on WhatsApp, and I was like, oh, and bro, it's so bad. Like, I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, I don't know what that is. Just stay away from people. I was like, damn.
All right, so I don't know how much you heard on the topic, man, but we just be kicking the shit like we normally do, man. So what do you think?
Well, I heard a lot of different things. First off, I don't believe there ever has been a black culture. There's no such thing. It's a fallacy. Secondly, I think you guys are giving too much power to gay people. Don't get me wrong. I understand that there is a push to make gay normal. I get that. They do that with everything. When black people, when the Democrats were trying to get black votes, they started pushing black people on TV. Hey, look, we got Benson. Hey, he's on TV. I'm like, he's still a butler, but he's on TV. Look, that's how it starts out. They gonna do that until the gay people until they're no longer fashionable to back up. and then they're gonna move on to something else. It's gonna be Puerto Rican housewives next. Then they're gonna be like, we don't deal with them gays. Sorry, gays. We on Luisha, whatever her name is gonna be. It's just that's America. America is about consumerism and about making money. Everything is about making money. Right now, gays are money. Right now, gays are money and power. Because if a gay person don't like you, they can get you fired from your job in 2 weeks. All they gotta do is show up with a camera and say, I'm a her. And now you fired. You can be like, but sir, I see your mustache. My name is Shawana. How dare? And now you fired. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That's just what it is. It has nothing. I'm telling you, gay people are just in there. They're in their power right now. Like when black people in the 80s, when we were, yeah, that's right. We got our power fit. We were in our power. We lost it. The Mexicans took it in the early 2000s. Then the Mexicans lost it. And now the gays got it. It is what it is. It's just white supremacy moving around to what minorities the popping one. That's all it is. That's it. So don't be mad at them. They go a little crazy with the demonic thing and this, that, and the third. But I mean, they just trying to get heat. That's what they do. I ain't got no problems with them. As long as they in money, as long as you're not in my bedroom, I don't care what you do. And and I'll tell you like this. I've never woken up, seen two men kissing and been like, ooh, that's interesting. No, it's never happened. So stop worrying about your children. Unless your child is gay, your child will be okay. My daughter see two women kissing. She don't go, ooh. She like, daddy, why are they? And I'm like, that's exactly the reaction I want, baby girl. Stay with daddy. We're gonna go watch some Snuggly Puff or whatever the hell's on TV. We ain't gotta watch this no more. That's how I feel. But all right.
So you don't believe imagery is a big part of our psychosis out here?
Of course imagery is, but I'm telling you, imagery doesn't beat being there. My daughter could watch 15 shows with women kissing. And if I come over and say, hey, we don't do that, guess who wins?
It's a lot of fathers that's done that and they didn't win.
Yeah.
That was gay.
Yeah, Michael, we don't know what's going on the outside, though.
Hey, can I be heard?
Yeah, we can hear you,
Or my baby sit down and talk about it. When that whole thing with the weird pink thing with the teeth, that whole weird, I sat as, hey, come here, little mama. I don't like that. I don't know what that is. It's creepy. She was like, I don't know what it is, daddy. I saw it on what she watches, Mile or Af Mile. She's like, I saw it on Af Mile. I'm like, whatever that Af Mile episode is, we don't watch it anymore. If you see that, you come to me. My daughter and I don't have any secrets. I don't go, that's your hoo-hoo. That's your vagina, baby. We're adults over here. The only thing my daughter believes in that's not real is Santa Claus. And that's because her mother and my mother seem to think that that's important. But I tell her all the time, hey, I bought you that.
So let me tell you this.
Hold up. Quick.
Hey, go ahead and real quick, MD, because he keep breaking in and out.
I hear him saying ain't no such thing as a black culture.
Yeah.
No such thing as
hey, hold on, MD. I told you I was bringing somebody to jump on your head, and this is him. So that's all I got to say about that.
No such thing.
Stand by.
Please go. I'm going to stand, sit, lean back, put my feet up, all of them. Ain't no such thing as a black culture. Everything you about to bring up is some foolishness you saw in a movie, some survival from slavery, or some shit you saw on a trip to Africa or something that you try to bring back, or it's going to be hip-hop music. That's it. The closest thing we've had to a culture is hip-hop music. Everything else is just slavery survival. That's it.
What is a culture? Please explain to me.
To me, a culture is a unifying factors that a unit has that keeps them connected. A unit that was always connected or from something similar. That all right, I'll put it this way. If I tell Trevor, yo, I just had a cocoa bread and patty, it was fire. Look at his face. You see that smirk on his face? He
wait a minute.
What I'm talking about. I don't know what the culture of the rest of you two are, but you might be like, what the hell? Who cares about a cocoa bread? What the hell is that? He understands the joy from that because he and I have a link in a culture.
Are you Jamaican?
Go ahead.
Absolutely, MD. Absolutely.
So you the culture, but American is not. American freedom ain't.
Say it again.
So you're saying Jamaican is a culture? Am I correct?
Yes, it's a country of unified people who've been unified for a specific amount of time,
I'll
That's
be
the
right.
important part. Unified for a specific amount of time to where they identify as a unit. American blacks have never had that. American blacks have never been unified. The closest American blacks have had to being unified is, hey, say what you want. The closest that American blacks have been to being unified is this right here. You know, from West Side, I'm from Brooklyn, or throwing up their gangs. They've never been unified. Black people in Washington, D.C. don't got no connection to black people in Wichita, Kansas. Don't have the closest they have to a connection is hip hop music. That is all. And if hip hop music is black culture, then white people wouldn't be instrumental in it. And they are. Spanish people wouldn't be instrumental in it. And they are. It will be black, but it's not. Black culture does not exist. All it is slavery survival. That's why y'all love them pig feet, because that's what Massa gave your ass to eat, pig feet. Surviving slavery is what you call black culture. It ain't black culture. They've never been unified. Black Americans have never been unified, ever. That's why when other country blacks from other places come over and they make a spot, that's why there's Little Haiti. That's why you see, you know what I'm saying? Little Jamaica or Miramar, depending on where in Fort Lauderdale you live. You've been in Miramar, you know, they ain't nothing but Little Jamaica, Little New York, but whatever. You feel me? That's why there's units like that. There'll never be, the closer you get to black America is the hood, and that ain't unified. That's where redlining puts you. That's not a culture. That's surviving American white supremacy.
All right, Michael, because I'm gonna end the show. I'm gonna end the show real soon because there's another show coming up. MD, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's loud out here. I'm getting
So what I'm gonna do? We gotta see when Michael could come back because I need y'all to. Oh shit, Yang coming back.
I mean, I won't. Yeah, don't go nowhere. Please, just give me like 5 minutes. Please.
No, MD, because I gotta end the show soon. But what I'm saying is, no. What I'm saying is, now that I've been trying to get Michael to come to the arena for 6 months. So now that he knows where it is, he'll be here. He loved to talk.
Good.
He loved to talk.
Good, because you're not gonna be able to masquerade that colonized culture of Jamaica as some indigenous real culture. Y'all been colonized. Y'all been the only thing you talk about a slave culture. That's all it is. Y'all just evolved slave culture. The problem with the black American is his inability to accept our uniqueness, because we actually listen to you foreigners come over here and bite into that foreign supremacy. Man, y'all just as colonized. Y'all just as colonized and the remnants and possess the remnants of slave culture as the Afro Puerto Ricans, the Afro Cubans, and the Afro here in America.
I don't disagree with anything you said. I don't.
Then how you saying Jamaica got a culture? How are you saying Jamaica got a culture and we don't? Isn't that in your culture derived from a slavery?
There was a unification. After we kicked them out, we became something.
What are you sure? Man, you can't go to brother. You talk about West Side, Portmore don't get along with Portmore don't get along with Kingston and all of that. So you talk about gangbanging and political corruption.
Let me ask you.
Let's talk about Jamaica.
You arguing like, and I don't want you to take this disrespectfully. I'm not trying to be rude, but you're arguing like a chick right now. I'm talking about 1 point. Stop trying to make 50 other points.
What point you talking about?
Ain't got nothing to do with culture. We're talking about culture.
That's what you said. You talking about West Side. I'm pointing out the same thing y'all do.
Where are you from?
Y'all don't gang bang over there in Jamaica?
Of course. I never said gang bang.
Oh, then wait a minute, but you said West Side. You said we united on the West Side. What y'all not united?
From, sir? Where are you from?
I'm from right here.
You're from right here where?
In America.
Yes, where? America.
Yeah, we don't really give our locations on here, Mike.
Okay. Well,
there's a lot of.
I was born in New York. Right?
Okay.
I'm born in Brooklyn, New York.
It doesn't surprise me.
It shouldn't, because I'm awesome. But let me say this. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. If a dude come over from Queens or from the Bronx, it's who the hell this dude think he is? If somebody comes from Maryland, it's hold up, who does Maryland do? We automatically link up.
Right.
That's what happens. We're still still a unit to foreign. That's the problem. Black Americans don't have the unit. That's what I'm talking about.
What do you mean we don't have? What are y'all doing in? What are y'all doing in Jamaica, because y'all are smaller than we are, y'all don't have the amenities. I get y'all united quicker because y'all had to survive on that little poor dust thing, on that little poor island.
Oh,
so I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Y'all had to unite.
Let's not forget. Hey, let's not forget the Chinese over there running their ass rampant.
The Chinese running y'all rampant. So the same thing that you're claiming.
Let's be clear. The Chinese is running everybody rampant. So don't
okay, but so how are you making? So what are you making? So what is your distinction built on? You may say I'm talking like a woman, but you talking double talk, brother.
No, I'm
you
not.
Talking slick. You what is your culture? So what's the difference from Jamaican culture?
Are you
Jamaicans unified on what?
We are
crime
unified on our
fellas,
on what?
Hold on, time out.
What Jamaican? What institutions do y'all have over here? What have y'all done?
Time out.
This ain't Jamaica. This
Time out.
Boy, you lucky I'm sick, boy.
Michael, I know you're sick because I can hear you coughing. You need to come. They're doing a show later on at 6 o'clock, which I'm pretty sure gonna be right down your alley. You done made an enemy already with MD and Yanga.
Not an enemy. I love it. No. I love it. You know we love it.
They need a brother to talk to that don't.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
They see this where I be at all the time. Why I haven't been so active in the group because I'm always over here on the arena. So now that you know where the arena is, and if you guys don't know, if you listen to my podcast, this is the guy that comes on my show and says way more worse shit than I say. So
you misspelled honest.
I told Black Son a couple of months. I said I'm bringing somebody to the arena. I'm just waiting for the perfect time to get him here. I'm bringing somebody to the arena that's going to combat everything y'all say because he's faster on his feet than I am. So here he is, and he knows where the arena is. I hope you subscribe to the page. They going live tonight at 6. What, 6?
Mm-hmm.
Where is Black Son? Where is he?
I don't know where Black Son. Y'all done ran Black Son off.
He ran.
Listen, I gotta get it. Yeah, I got to get off of here too. So shout out, big up, boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, I'm gonna close the show down, man. But hey, Kofi, man, I really appreciate you coming on, man, and giving your words. I didn't know you were in your 50s, man, and you had Yanga backpedaling. I'm gonna say that because they were saying that in the chat. I never seen Yanga backpedal like that before. You had them going, so you got a home over here. Whenever you're ready, just come on, stop on by.
Hey, Black, put in the chat what you gonna
let me just say this and I'm gonna jump down. You got great talking points when you come from your Republican stance, because I got a lot of the same talking points. So I will come back to holler at you though.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right, sir. Y'all have a good one.
All right, take it easy.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what we do over here. It's all good. It's all in love.
That's all it is. No
Please,
anger. None whatsoever.
Put the time. I can know when. If I'm working, I'm gonna stop working, just so I can be on that show. And I invite you, as president, I invite you to extend this conversation. Cause boy,
I feel love. Yeah, MD is the president. That's El Presidente over here. So he's a reparations king. So they more in that political. They right down your alley, Mike. They on the whole political jive. So me, I'm just a shit starter, but they right down your alley. So you'll fit in good. Like I say, if you're not doing anything, they having a show at 6. I see you, Black Son. I see you saying extend, but I like to keep the podcast, kind of short. But
yeah. Trevor, don't shut it.
Yeah, they're having a show tonight at 6, so I want to give breathing room because the arena been on fire all day. So yeah, Michael, but this where is that, man? I've been trying to get you over here forever, man. That's why I tell you, man, come on over. Hey, you got an open platform. The dude that runs this show, Black Son, he don't give a shit. He'll let you come on here, but you got to be able to take whatever they're gonna give you, though. That's the thing. So
I was on a bus with Disco Willie. You think I can't take no jokes? Man, please.
So yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on though, man. I'm gonna shut the show down. I hear
I'm
my
gonna
daughter
I'm
outside.
gonna need you to like tell me who your beard guy is, because your joint look like 15 times better than mine.
Yeah, you gray as on know what, man.
Bruh.
Hey, I ain't got it up top, but I could grow it right here. So,
Bro, don't let me pull these waves out. I'll pull these waves out, hurt everybody's feelings.
yeah, I ain't got it, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut the show down, man. So, 6 o'clock tonight, man. They're gonna be back on the. Just subscribe to the channel and get the notifications. But I'll definitely shoot you the links whenever I'm going live. So you know, because this show was supposed to be tomorrow night, but I did it today instead. So because I left work a little bit early.
That worked. Yeah, I'm not going to work at all this week, so I'm here. If you just want to do an impromptu shit talking, we can do that too.
Shit, come on back tonight, man. Come on back tonight. It's 6 o'clock, right? Black Sun 6. Yeah, I think it's at 6. But just subscribe to the channel and you'll see it pop up. But yeah, man. Thanks for coming by.
No problem. I'm about to go lay down for an hour and a half and then get up and roast you, nigga.
All right. Peace.
All right. Be safe.
Peace. Well, man, there you have it. I mean, listen, what can y'all say anymore? The Arena Uncensored is where it's at. Today they had like a 5-hour stream just talking about everything. We come back with this, and tonight they talking about Malcolm X. So you know they're gonna be on fire. So you don't really need to go anywhere else. Anything you need, you have it over here. Gynocracy was on the panel because I figured she was going to cuss us out, but she jumped down because there was a bunch of men on there, I guess. So me and Gynocracy will do our show sometime because I love that sister, man. I love her energy. So we definitely going to do a show together. Hopefully Juju will jump on the panel also. But listen, y'all make a brother laugh. Y'all make a brother smile, man. I ain't never seen these numbers get this high, man. For real. Y'all really love me. Thank you to the Straight Talk Society over on Facebook. I need to find a way. Black Sun, Venkat, help me out. I need to find a way that I could link my Straight Talk Society Facebook page to this. So when I go live over here, it'll automatically stream to my Facebook page. Y'all got to help me out so we can get that done, man. We got to get this message spread all over the place. So there you have it. This has been episode 3 of Straight Talk Sessions with your host, Mr. Shit Starter himself, your boy Trevor. Until next time, peace.
Even though I never lived a life of crime, dear God, please forgive this life of mine. In the past I was blind, but now I see. Dead or alive, I truly wonder what's worse to be. Even though I never lived a life of crime, dear God, please forgive this life of mine. In the past I was blind, but now I see. Dead or alive, I truly wonder what's worse to be. So many people speaking speculations, no reservations until we end up face to face. Interrogation, your ignorant insinuations have got you facing an escalating situation. Your termination, switching to a different mode. You know the code, you know the show and how it go. I want your soul, you've been bold, but now it's time to fold. Situation getting hot, my heart is getting cold. Out of control, been exposed to so many types. they ain't right. I wonder how they sleep at night. To be suffice, the ones that talk behind my back, put on the act, and the ones that say it to my face, put on their back. This reality and far from fiction, no contradiction. Refuse to lose or be a victim. Corrupted system, put my life on the line. Dear God, please forgive me for this life of mine. This life of mine. I never lived a life of crime. Dear God, please forgive this life of mine. In the past I was blind, but now I see. Dead or alive, I truly wonder what's worse to be. Even though I never lived a life of crime, dear God, please forgive this life of mine. In the past I was blind, but now I see. Dead or alive, I truly wonder what's worse to be. Guilty by association, incrimination. They fake, they hate, they can't relate. Ain't no relation. They treat me like I don't belong. Discrimination. They acting like I did them wrong. Accusations. I watch the world with wicked eyes to my demise. A look that's so conspicuous I can't disguise. No mask to cover up my face. I can't conceal. Any time of the day, anywhere, any place, I show the real. No love between me and you, because you fake. I still fulfill the will to live. You sealed your fate. We've been lied to our whole lives. It's time to rise. You standing in my way, you die. No compromise. You supposed to be opposing me? Well, think again. In the end, I still chose revenge. My only friend. Now I see I am no longer blind. Dear God, please forgive me for this life of mine. This life of mine. I never lived a life of crime. Dear God, please forgive this life of mine. In the past I was blind, but now I see. Dead or alive, I truly wonder what's worse to be. Even though I never lived a life of crime, dear God, please forgive this life of mine. In the past I was blind, but now I see. Dead or alive, I truly wonder what's worse to be. Look at this world that we living in. What men and women go to prison in.
Yo, I know you ain't
What we killing for religion in.
Fuck JC.
And we
been
sinning
on
for
my
the
dick, nigga.
dividends.
Love my style,
Look at this world that we living in.
Fuck with your soul like ether.
Well,
Teach you the king, you know you not. Godson across the belly. I'll prove you lost already. Brace yourself for the main event. Y'all impatiently waiting. It's like an AIDS test. What's the results? Not positive. Who's the best? Pac, Nas, and Big. Ain't no best. East, west, north, south, flossed out greetings. I embrace y'all with napalm. Blows up. No guts. Left chest, face gone.
2, 3, 4. Season 5.